Yep, just here dumpster diving. Look at this fine rusted motor. We're gonna try to get the pistons out of that. See if we can make something out of it.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What are you doing? You got that block over there for me?
We're just working away here on a little Perkins.
Is that Scott?
Yeah, that's Scott. He's asking about his block that we've got here. Yeah, we've got your damn block here. We've been tripping over it all week. Yeah, what if it's not good? What are you going to do with it then?
Then you'll give me one of your good blocks.
Okay.
So as you can see behind me, this is my workstation.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That looks pretty awesome. So what do you got? You're still doing AI, obviously.
Yeah. So, you know, as you guys will see, we kind of jokingly talked a lot about AI in this video coming up. I've been doing this type of work on the computer back here for 20 plus years. And now I want to get in there and learn, you know, all the little details. I want to put an engine together from scratch. So,
well, you know, not only, like you said, you enjoy working on stuff. You know, you get to build websites and see them come to fruition and stuff. And there's nothing better than working on an engine or something to that caliber, building an engine and starting it up for the first time and hearing it all come together. So I think that'll be really cool for you to experience.
So obviously Merlin got this engine out of your dumpster there over a year ago.
Which I thought never would ever come apart.
Yeah. And it's been sitting in his yard for a year. And I was telling him about how one of my goals was to build a 12 valve.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? You can take this dumpster engine and you know, build that.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Merlin for that. That was freaking awesome.
Way cool. Yeah, for sure. And he'll help you along the way, giving you some pointers. There's all sorts of stuff mechanically that, you know, I know and Merlin knows, and all of us will help you with it. It'll be really cool to get all involved in. So I'm kind of excited for you. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good. So let's take this thing from the dumpster to the dyno.
Let's do it. That's one thing I do want to do is definitely get it on the dyno. So
yeah,
it'll be cool.
What is this thing actually?
So it's a 97 12 valve engine. Obviously, it's got an industrial, you know, full performance head on it. I did go a little bit smaller on the valves though. Dustin tried talking me into big ones, but
yeah, we saw
it's got a 462 Borg-Warner industrial turbo on it. Steed manifold, water to air intercooler.
Nice.
But yeah, we're gonna
have to learn how to do this, you know.
You know, it ain't hard, Scott. Just put the keyboard down. You don't need it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be replaced anyway.
I know.
It's coming. The end of the world is coming.
AI is taking my job already, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm 41 years old, and
you're only 41?
I don't even have a gray hair yet.
Damn. I had gray hair when I was 29.
So you're gonna have to teach me about these a little bit. I want to get my hands dirty.
All right, I've got a special.
I've just been behind the keyboard. I've been in the diesel industry now for 15 plus years.
Put it in something or what?
I do. I wanna build something.
I've got a special something at the house for you.
Do you?
We'll get it. We'll get on it later.
All right. All right.
Later that same evening.
Or whatever it is.
Like I said earlier, I have soft hands.
Do you know how much I've used AI? Do you know how much I've used AI?
How much?
When I spell somebody's
talk to
name,
Siri?
it's A and I. No.
You don't talk to Siri?
No,
oh, come on.
She doesn't have the answers. She gives me an answer and I'm like, I'm smarter than that. That's not the right answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What about you, Jimmy? Do you use
I don't know.
Every day.
You know what?
I use Siri all the time.
I work smarter, not harder.
I'm gonna trick IA.
Are you?
Yeah. See, they're learning from us.
Do you think they could put together this engine?
No. They can't do it.
No.
They can't make 3,000 horsepower like you guys can either. They don't have any idea. Let's just see. Hey Siri, how can I make 3,000 horsepower with a 5.9 Cummins diesel?
Here's what I found.
How to build a 3,000 horsepower Cummins See? She knows.
Okay, this
Right
is
there.
This is from 2016. No, that's fake.
That's 4,000 horsepower.
That's fake. That's fake.
All right, well.
So,
Anyway, we'll cut all this out.
I want to build.
2021.
No, here's my goal though. I made a goal this year
Okay.
that I wanted to learn. I wanted to
Learn
take
IA?
a Cummins. No,
AI?
get my hands dirty. Take a Cummins and build it
Okay.
from the ground.
Oh my.
12 valve. That's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to go through the whole process and have Dustin teach me how to do the machining process. So I've been looking for a block.
So you're involving me because I hate AI?
Yeah, and I need you to be my mentor.
Okay,
to
so
take this thing.
I have a special motor that AI doesn't know anything about.
The 41-year-old apprentice right here.
41 on here. Okay.
Yeah.
See this gray hair? That's how you get gray hair, is working on this junk. You're gonna have gray hair by the time this is done. I'm telling you.
Show me how to
You
work
wanna,
on junk.
you want to lay that AI down. That AI is keeping you from having gray hair. That's why you don't have no gray hair and you're 40 years old. So this motor's kind of special because I found it in a dumpster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whose dumpster?
I heard.
I found it in the ultimate dumpster. So I was up visiting Dustin in Richfield, and I'm like, dude, there's a Cummins in there. He's like, you want it? Like, there, and I'm like, yes, I want that. I have a feeling, you know, trust your gut. There's nothing wrong with it. And he's like, it's so rusted. I'll have to pay a guy $3,000 to take the thing apart.
Yeah.
Yep, just here dumpster diving. Look at this fine rusted motor. We're gonna try to get the pistons out of that, see if we can make something out of it. Is it worth your time?
Apparently you got some wizardry.
Well, I have a trick.
All right.
It's a little rusty, so we gotta get the pistons out.
I didn't set a deadline.
I was gonna say,
We
you
got
said,
time.
you said by the end.
We got
you
time.
said by the end of this year.
No,
by the end of this year.
No.
You said this year.
Roll back,
No,
roll back.
this year I made it a goal.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't
Oh,
say.
Okay.
So
Should do
step
it
one.
next year. Should do it next year.
So step one is an engine core,
Okay.
and then step two is you got to assemble it. It's got to go to the dyno
Yeah. When
you're done.
All right. We can take it to the engine dyno.
So first thing we need to do,
So from dumpster to dyno, is that what
Oh,
you're
I
saying?
like
the
that.
dyno.
I like that.
dumpster
why not?
to dyno.
Yeah.
All right.
from the dumpster to the dyno.
All right.
That's kind of catchy.
We're gonna.
Yeah, it is.
Scott's gonna show you, and us at Industrial, Merlin.
And we're not making
We're all
3,000 horsepower. That was just a.
Yeah. No. We're
No.
gonna show you. We're gonna attempt to show you.
No.
What it takes.
You know, Scott is.
We have the ultimate machine shop.
I know.
we
We
have
can.
the
Oh, I can do
ultimate
it.
diesel
No, I'm
shop.
not worried about
See?
that. I can do it. This is
Oh,
on
it's
me.
me.
Remember,
me.
we're back to.
He's
got to learn something.
I know
Dustin
he can
doesn't
do it.
believe in me.
No, I do.
I know.
I'm
he
just
can do
saying.
it.
You've got to do it.
You know
All
what?
right.
If he asks AI one time for
Yeah,
help
he can't
on this,
YouTube it. He can't.
we're kicking him to
Yeah.
the curb.
Yeah.
This is my
This is
mentor.
going to be old.
I have-
this
and
is
we'll
going to
know.
be best. This is going to be old
I have the
school.
best
You can
mentors.
make
We
a phone
will
call.
know.
Hey,
We
did I
will
YouTube
know.
how to
We
fix
will
my?
know
Did I YouTube
if-
how to fix my old '97 Dodge with the alternator? No.
How
What did I
about-
do? I called you.
You
and
called
I said,
me and you fixed it.
Yeah,
You
and
learned
we
how
had
to
it
do
fixed.
something.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He's your.
I'm the AI.
Yeah.
No, you're the IA, the intelligent artifact.
Yeah. Here's our.
That's gray hair, Sonny.
Screw AI. It's IA.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna get you shirts that say IA.
I had a really
artifact,
old man
that's
tell
good.
me something when I was a young kid, and this guy, he ended up dying at 92. He's a diesel mechanic. His name was Harry Wolfe. He built a world-breaking semi truck with a 16-cylinder Detroit in it. Went 148 miles an hour in 1977.
Whoa.
Okay, back up a little bit. He went to the salt with a Honda. Okay, salt flats. Honda 50cc. He went 100 miles an hour. on it. I think his record still stands today. And he was telling me this story, and he goes, Merlin, I went to the salt, and he said, I set a record. I was spinning that thing 7,800 RPM.
Holy.
The Detroit.
It was a 1959 Honda 50. Okay?
70.
Let me tell you. He says, I I got up there and he goes, there was this little old man from Australia there.
Oh.
And he goes, he taught me a lot of things. And he said, I was a young man back then. But he goes, do you know who that was? And I said, I have no idea. He goes, it was Burt Monroe.
Yeah.
Huh.
He was there when Burt Monroe came and set his records on the Indian motorcycle.
Wow.
That's cool.
So some young kid come up and asked Burt. He says, what does it take to make that old motorcycle go fast? And Burt looked at him and he says, it takes gray hair, sonny. So never forget that.
coming full
it
circle.
takes gray hair.
So, how many mentors did you have?
Many.
Many.
Every time I meet somebody new, even to this day, it's like
Take
I
information.
learn stuff. Honestly,
Yeah.
like it's overwhelming. I mean, I just come across videos on the internet recently. David Vizard, look him up. He's an engine genius. He's getting older, and he's starting to produce videos and share his knowledge. He has knowledge that runs so vast through the industry. Now, none of it's diesel, but if you cross it over properly, it'll translate. But David Vizard has come up with many things over his years. I mean, the guy started out racing minis in Europe. Like, he was happy to make 100 horsepower with a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
But you all these people you can learn from. So just like you can learn from me, you can learn from Jimmy, you can learn from Dustin, you can learn from your camera guy Rhett. Probably a lot.
So
You'd be surprised.
just always be learning.
Always be learning. When somebody comes up and says, what do you think about doing it this way? Look at it, and don't look at it like, you don't know what you're talking about. Because you never know. People spit out the weirdest little things, you know what I mean? And it makes sense. If you think about it, it's like, oh, okay, well that might work. So if you're taking this motor, we need to take it apart so he can work on it, because he ain't gonna take it apart.
We're losing daylight here.
Well, let me flip a light on, and we're gonna have to put some pool acid in there to eat up that cylinder wall rust and get them pistons loosened up, and then we'll knock them out.
All right.
So
We'll get a light
turn
on.
a light on. We got to get it apart, and he's got to check it for cracks. And if it's not cracked, we go from there. This is
Like, you actually think this will work? What's your confidence level that this will work, or do you even care?
honestly, I could muriatic these cylinders, hone it a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and start this motor
No.
without even taking it apart.
Well,
That's my confidence
well,
level.
you don't even have a head on it.
Scott, we could put a head on it. Okay. Scott, I got a boat motor out of the bottom of Lake Powell
Yeah.
that was there 30 years, and I got it running. You think this is bad? You should have seen it.
It had heads. It had heads.
So what you do, you pour this stuff in there, and it just starts working almost immediately. Like it kind of turns into a nice little frothy project. And you can put it down in here, like it'll clean these holes out. See it working right there? It's eating that rust right now. So we're gonna put a little bit in here.
Dirt up. Can you buy that stuff anywhere?
Yeah, it's pool acid. All
All
it is, all it is your swimming pool acid.
Well, we don't have swimming pools in Richville.
Well,
Wow. So come morning, we should be able to turn this thing over because there won't be a piston left in there.
so tomorrow we'll drain the oil out of the pan and the muriatic acid, and we'll steam clean it off, and we'll tear it down. We'll pull the pistons out of it and the crank out of it, and they can take the block and hot tank it and check the thread holes and check it for cracks.
This is. You think it worked?
Worked better than that IA vinegar you were looking at, or AI vinegar.
Well, what's
It's
that?
still working. Are you kidding?
It does. Look at it. It's still bubbling.
You give that thing another 4 hours, we wouldn't even have to remove the pistons. They'll be gone.
Can I stick my finger in it?
I wouldn't.
Have you heard that before?
I should have listened to that a long time ago.
Dumpster to dyno. So we
Hold on,
soaked this
Matrix.
with acid last night, and we're back here day 2, and we're going to see if this turns over and see if we can salvage this block for old Scotty here,
Oh yeah.
so he can learn from
feel
his
like
IA.
a man.
He's learning from his. This is what we decided. He's now not AI.
It's IA.
It's IA, intelligent artifact.
Well, here's the thing. AI is like fake, right?
Artificial.
It's artificial. It's fake.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
So they use vinegar. We use pool acid. All right, let's take a fork.
Okay.
That'll come out like that. That's the oil pump. Now these
That's
are
the oil pump.
up at all?
no. It's
Doesn't look
actually
like
it's
it.
actually good.
Looks good. I would,
So
I would rebuild
we'll leave it in there just in case. So here's the deal. The oil pump on a Cummins.
Uh-huh.
Everybody always just tightens the bolts down and they just hammer them. You cannot do that.
Uh-huh.
The oil pump on a Cummins seals on this plate only. These are suspended off the block. You slowly hand tighten them in an X pattern,
Okay.
and then
right
you,
to their torque.
right to their torque spec, and then you stop. Otherwise, you'll split the pump in half.
And
I've
everybody's
seen it.
first build does it.
Everybody's
Three
first
ti-
build does it.
three
Everybody's.
times. Usually-
Everybody's.
And usually they'll do it after you give them another oil
So
pump.
you're telling me
they'll do it
right
again.
now we got to learn from other people's mistakes.
No,
and
I'm
not
telling
make my
you
own
right now.
mistake.
You ask somebody like me, because I guarantee AI does not know how to do that correctly.
Okay.
Because everybody's asking AI, and Dustin knows because it starts up, it has no oil pressure, it's a fresh dry motor, and it spins a bearing. You want to kill your truck? Leave the dowel pin alone and run Fram filters. It'll die.
Yes.
It will die. I guarantee it'll die.
Yeah.
You know how I learned that? Not AI.
Speaking of the dowel
You did
pin,
it?
I
You
learned
put a
it
Fram
working at
filter on?
Dodge,
Oh.
replacing them.
speaking of the dowel pin, is it still in?
I don't know. We haven't. We should look at that.
I haven't looked at that yet.
You know where the dowel pin is,
Scott's
Scott?
acting like he even knows.
I've videoed it before.
Really?
It's right there.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's right there.
Is it in?
Yeah.
It's flush, Dustin.
Wow.
Like flush. Never been touched flush. You know how low mile this motor was?
I was gonna say.
Come on,
It
you
has to
guys.
be low
You
mileage.
guys think
This
I'm
was-
really dumb. You guys are acting like I'm really dumb.
You know what?
You think I'm?
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We're
So
sizing it
you
up.
were saying something about you built a motor. Obviously, you know your way around the impact, and you know the difference between a 5/16 and a 10 millimeter. Tell us about this first motor you rebuilt. What was it? How old were you?
I was fresh out of high school. I was 18, and I built a V-dub engine. It was
So what was it? A 1500, 1600?
so it was a 1600. It started as
Okay.
a 1600 dual port.
Okay.
We split the case, and I clearanced the case, and we put a stroker crank in it, 78.4 millimeter stroker crank, and 90.5 millimeter pistons. I
Made it
think.
a 2110?
So we bored it, 2017.
2017.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
That's
built
when
that.
you did it. Was 27?
No, that's the.
No,
CCs.
that's the size of the CCs.
That's
Yeah,
not-
It went from
2000
1600 to 2 point,
Okay.
Yeah.
I came in
almost
halfway through,
2.2
sorry.
liter.
Stay with us.
These guys.
Come back.
So it's fun.
These
We did
armchair
dual,
mechanics.
dual Weber carbs on it.
What size Webers?
They were shit.
44s, 40s?
44s. They were 44s.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Bosch 009 distributor.
Yep. Yep. I had a chrome doghouse.
Did
on
you
it.
get pulled over by the police after that?
It was loud. It was
Wasn't fast?
loud. It wasn't super fast, but it
It's
I mean, it's a bug. It's a bug.
still a Volkswagen?
It's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Burn my hands.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, there's still some.
water.
Grab it.
Oh, she's not moving.
It's not happy.
There
Yeah,
it goes.
we go.
It's like I'm catching a baby. We're giving birth here.
You are.
Push!
This is your new baby. This is your
One
new
more and
baby,
you're out.
Scott.
All right,
I don't know if I can hit it again.
there it comes.
Let me get my brass drift so I can push on the rod.
Oh,
I'm trying to pull. It's not pulling.
Yeah, I can't hit it again. It's gonna damage the rod.
It's almost there.
there we go.
Get it?
Yeah, it's out. Look at that, dude.
Pop the bearing out of it. Pop the bearing out of it. Save Dustin some work. Put the cap back on like it goes. Screw it down finger
way.
tight all the way.
All right, so it looks like you definitely got your hands dirty, Scott.
I'm, you know, my keyboard's gonna be
I got
stained
mine
for a while.
dirty, too.
How did you get dirty? You were
The
gone
cam I
for
was trying to-
45% of this.
Well, you know, when you get that golf cart out, it's hard to.
No,
not.
you got excited when we got the pistons out. I saw you.
Yeah, once I
You're
saw
like-
you knock the first piston out, I knew that you had it. So I didn't think that would come apart. I was super. Well, it was a year ago that I threw this away.
It was.
And you brought it down here and said, "I'll do something."
And
with
I
it." And here we are.
unloaded it from where you sat it in my truck, and I sat it right there by that barrel.
Yeah.
And it's had no cover on it. It's been rained on. It's been in
Yeah.
the heat.
And you're like, this piece of shit's gonna
No.
be perfect for Scott.
No, I'm like, one day it will serve a purpose. Because Dustin told me,
And
he
it-
says, hey, get it apart. I'll take a look at it.
It's actually in really good shape. Like, I think that, you know, we'll mag it and check and make sure everything's good, but it is a USA block. It's, you know, it's good. The crank doesn't look like it has any major stuff. We'll re-polish it and all that, and
I'm excited.
now it's time to
I'm
work some magic. Now you get to see the side that I
I get to
do.
go to the machine shop and do all that stuff, and I'm
Hey.
excited about it.
Stay off the AI.
AI.
Leave the AI
How do I get
alone.
to Dustin's machine shop, and it's gonna take me there?
Call the IA. Call the IA.
Intelligent artifact.
I'll send you to Dustin's shop.
All right. You
Well, it was a really fun weekend. I appreciate you letting us come down and taking
Yeah.
us out on the boat. And
Hell yeah, I'm
Did
glad
you-
you got
it
this
was-
out of my yard.
Yeah.
For years now, we've been talking about skiing and tubing and having fun behind that Cummins boat.
Dude, finally
Like I
did it.
said, I feel like that Cummins boat runs so good that it should be like a factory option. You should be able to just go down to the marina and buy that.
Should be able to order that at
Yeah.
your Eliminator boat dealer.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it was a good time. You helped us with this. We got Scott moving forward on his little project. So
Heck yeah. Thank
Stay-
you guys for coming. Thank you for everything.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's been awesome. Stay tuned on the next episodes of this. Watch for from dumpster
to
the dyno. So we're gonna take this 12 valve block and we're gonna get a head for it and all the parts and get it all the way to the engine.
Yeah, let me
dyno.
know when it goes on the dyno. I'll
Yeah.
come back. I wanna see the
Well,
dyno
I'm sure.
run on
I'm
it.
sure he's gonna have to be calling you.
Oh
and
yeah,
helping
he's
you.
gonna wear my phone
Yeah.
out. That-
Yeah, where does this bolt go? Where does
now,
this?
now that he's been restricted from AI, it's IA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to call.
All
For
right.
sure.
Awesome,
Let's
man.
get her loaded up
Appreciate
and
it.
get you
We'll
guys
get her
on the
loaded
road.
up and get back to the winter. This is my favorite little rig when I come to Merlin's. It's a John Deere diesel, 3-cylinder diesel golf cart.
My hat blew off. That's how fast this thing is.